Hey guys, this is Margaret again with Mud Run Guide. I am here to go over some of the rules for BFX24. I've got the rule book right here next to me, so I'm going to hit some of the highlights, but just so that everybody knows and has a good timeline. The parking opens at 1:30 today for the BFX racers. At 2 o'clock, the registration opens. And at 4 p.m. there's a mandatory briefing for all of the racers, and then 5 p.m. the race is going to start. At 6:30 we begin our blackout begins. Not to be confused with Black Ops, but the blackout period begins, and that lasts until 8:30 in the morning. During that time is when the racers are going to have their headlamp and their strobe and follow the night rules. There was one obstacle that is in the original course map that did change. There's no longer the Delta ladder, so you can thank the course guys when you get here. You don't have to do the Delta ladder a million times. But looking at the rules, some differences from other 24-hour races, pretty much the one that most people are most common with are World's Toughest Mudder. The pit crew, people can have as many people on their pit crew as they want, within reason, and they can be there to help out. And one example is they can give their pit crew people, the pit crew can give their athlete as much aid in the pit area as they want. They can't, as it says here, carry chicken noodle soup on the course and hand it to the athlete, but they can read chicken soup for the soul for extra motivation for the jerry can carry. So a little bit of humor in the rules here. Required gear: they have to have a headlamp at nighttime, they have to have a red strobe for as well, and the timing, it starts at 5, it ends at 5 o'clock tomorrow. And let's see, blackout period, again, I kind of went over that. The course rules: the runners have to enter the pit area at the designated spot. To enter the pit area, they have to exit at the designated spot. They can't wear any spikes, clothing. They can wear what they want, but if they decide to wear 20 layers, they have to carry the 20 layers the whole time with them. So on to the things that the rules for the obstacles, I think that's what most people want to know about. They do have a list of mandatory obstacles. The mandatory obstacles that have to be completed are the 12-foot ladder wall, the 2-foot wall gauntlet, the over-under throughs, the hump overs, the jerry can carry, Delta ladder, Hoo-yah, Normandy jack, 6-foot and 8-foot walls, ramp walls, inverted wall, 60 degrees, rec bag carry, the 4-foot wall, slack line, tunnel rats, confidence climb. So all of those, they must complete. They don't have a penalty. You just have to do the obstacle. All of them can have help except for the jerry can carry and the rec bag carry, which is now a sandbag carry. Both of those the competitors have to do on their own. The obstacles that have penalties are the 12-foot rope wall, the rope climb. There is a weaver. It's a different weaver than I've seen before. It's all made out of metal. I guess Spartan had one that was all made out of metal. But the tip of the spear, the wedge wall, Platinum Rig 1, Monkey Bars, and Platinum Rig 2. All of those have different penalty loops. All the penalty loops are a little bit different. I just talked with Ryan Atkins and David Moore, who have been designing the course, and as I kind of alluded to earlier, any idea on the weight of the jerry can carry? I'm not sure how heavy they are. They're the same as they are at all the different races, and they're filled with water, so I'd have to head out onto that part of the course, but I will get that answer for you in a later. Yep, there you go. Rachel Ann's answering. It's 40 for men's, and she might answer for women's. But back to, with those obstacles that have the penalty loops, the 12-foot rope wall The rope climb and the weaver, you can all have assistance on. The tip of the spear, wedge wall, platinum rig 1 and 2, and monkey bars, you have to do by yourself. So I was just told that there's an extra like sandbag type carry for one of the penalties. One of them's an extra jerry can carry, and then they are going through the kids course on one of the obstacles if they fail it. So that's probably going to be one of my favorite things. There is a 2-can jerry can carry at least 1 point for one of the penalties. So on to the lap achievements. I know a couple of people are wondering about that. Laps 1 through 4, you just get a BattleFrog medal. Once you've completed after lap 5, you have earned your BFX24 medal and your bronze 5 times lap pin. The course is, I was told, 5.1 miles, or 5.01 miles. And then as you get through the later laps, if you get 6 through 9, you get a bronze star for each lap you complete. At 10, you get your first silver star, which means that you've done 10 laps. And then once you get into 11 through 14, you get a silver star for each lap that is completed. At lap 15, those stars turn into gold stars now, and you start getting gold star pins. That goes up through 16 through 19. Sorry, the wind here. And then at lap 20, those stars change to green, and it stays the same for 21 through 24. Then we go to orange stars at lap 25 through lap 29. And it says here, if anybody hits 30 laps, dinner's on Ryan Atkins. So for the top men and women, 30 laps would be about 150 miles. If I'm doing the math right this morning. But yeah, so if anybody gets 150 miles, I will be very surprised. I talked with Ryan last night, and Ryan said that he thinks that the furthest anybody will go will probably be about 85 miles. He doesn't think anybody's going to get beyond that, mostly because a lot of the second half of the course is running on sand. So it's really going to tax the athletes pretty quickly, as well as some pretty gnarly carries. The jerry can carry is back and forth, and we'll definitely be periscoping that later. It's nasty. It's really nasty. Payouts, for those that want to know what the top athletes are competing for. The first place male and female each win $2,000. Second place is $1,000 for each male and female, and third place is $750. So that is about it. Oh, and there's one other thing. They have the Getting Riggy With It challenge. This is for the male and female who complete the most rigs unbroken without failing one. They get a laser engraved nunchuck award. Rachel Ann, I do not lick people's faces. Rachel Ann likes to lick people's faces. For the rest of us, you just get a nunchuck. So we'll be looking to see who gets the most laps, or the most successful rigs, and Ryan made them extra special for you guys. Not that they're impossible, but they are extra special just for BFX. And yeah, so that's basically the rules. Like I said, I think earlier, the really unique thing is that this is the first time that there's ever been a 24-hour obstacle race that is put on by a series that there's a regular BattleFrog that starts on Saturday morning. So this BFXers start at 5 today. They're going to have been racing for over 12 hours, and then the regular open heats for the race tomorrow will start. So we'll have both BFX and our regular racers both out there, which is going to be pretty fun, and hopefully our regular racers are pump up our BFX racers. But as I said earlier, the weather's going to be about 85 degrees during the day today and 65 at night, so temperatures are good, not much water, and yeah, these obstacles are going to tax them pretty burly. There is not a regular BFX, so it's either BFX24 or just the open heats tomorrow. There is no elite heat either. And yeah, any other questions that people might have out there about any of the rules? It doesn't look like it. Okay, so we'll be back a little bit later. And yeah, like I said, keep checking on Instagram and Facebook. And Ryan, is Ryan running? Ryan's not running. He is one of the course designers, so he spent, so it wouldn't really quite be fair if Ryan was running. I don't believe they have any plans currently to go to a new venue for next year. I think right now this is, they're seeing how BFX24 goes, and hopefully before the end of the day we'll hear if where it's going to be in the future. All right.